Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Casper Planetarium Astronomy Podcast. My name's Rod. I'm your host today. What we would like to do today, yesterday we talked about two constellations we see in the evening sky right before sunset. And today I wanted to talk about why we see different constellations in the sky during different times of year. So as you can see here, I set up our simulator to show today at about 1:30, and as you can see, there's the sun, and you can see that the sun is sitting next to what the constellation we call Pisces. Okay, now obviously we can't see the stars in the daytime sky. The sun is too bright, but this is where they would be if we could see them. For example, let's turn off daylight here. The stars are still there, we just can't see them because the sun is too bright. So in order to see the stars we would see at night, let's go forward in time until the sun sets, and at about 9:30, this is the stars we would see looking south. There we can see Orion, we can see Gemini up here, Cancer over here, and Leo here. So the reason we see that, the reason we see different constellations during different times of year, has to do with Earth's orbit around the sun. So let's switch our simulator here. So here I have set, this is a view of, here is the Earth. I set it for about today's date. There's the sun, this yellow circle, and it's right next to the constellation Pisces. Now on the simulator here, everything that is this pale blue color is daylight. Those are constellations we can't really see. And so if we were to turn so we can see the nighttime side of here, directly opposite, and I might have gone a little bit far. Let's back up just a little bit. There we go. So, as you can see, the nighttime side of the Earth, we would see Gemini near our western horizon. We would see Leo in the sky, and we would start to see Virgo. So that's late March. We're about a week from the end of March, so this is about what we would see. And if we were to go forward into May, now watch what happens to the sun. As we get into later parts of the year, okay, we're going to go forward from March to April. You notice the sun appears to drift through the constellations. That's because Earth orbits around the sun. So by the time we get to a month from now, late April, the sun will have appeared to move from Pisces over to Aries. And in the nighttime sky, we will start to see, depending on the time of night, we can see Leo, we can see Virgo, and we can see Libra. As we get into the summer months, okay, as we get into June and July, we can see the constellations Virgo, Libra, and Scorpius. So as we go through the year, the sun appears to drift through the constellations until we get to December, when we can see the constellations Taurus. Orion the Hunter is down here below Taurus and Gemini. And Earth, that is why we see different constellations, different times of year. So this is what we see tonight in March. If we were to change that to April, there's Leo and Virgo, like we mentioned. May, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. June, July, there's the constellation Scorpius. And so that's why we see different constellations during different times of year. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Be sure to share this with your friends. Share this with anybody you'd like to share it with. Also check out our YouTube channel. We have a question on our Facebook page about what kind of things you might like to see in a live presentation. We're thinking about doing that maybe later this week or over the weekend. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.